World News Sunday. Here's Sam Donaldson.
Good evening. Millions of Americans caught up in the emotion-filled debate over abortion may soon learn whether the U.S. Supreme Court intends to begin changing the rules that since 1973 have made abortions legal in this country. Tomorrow morning, as its spring term ends, the court must say something about a Missouri abortion case it's been considering. And while it could put off its finding until the fall, most observers believe the court will indeed hand down a decision. Our law correspondent Tim O'Brien is at the court now to set the stage. Tim?
This is the eye of the storm, Sam. Tranquil tonight, but a ruling is expected tomorrow on abortion. A ruling many believe is more likely to elevate this highly charged debate than it is to settle it. The Bush administration has asked the Supreme Court to overrule Roe versus Wade, the 1973 landmark ruling that a woman's right to an abortion is fundamental.
We may not prevail today or tomorrow, but make no mistake about it, we will prevail.
Yet some of the most scholarly critics of Roe versus Wade say it would be improper to overrule that decision tomorrow in this new case now before the Supreme Court.
You don't overrule wrong decisions unless it's absolutely essential to reach the correct result in this case.
And few think it is essential to overrule Roe to uphold the Missouri law, which defines life as beginning at conception, which requires tests to determine the viability of the fetus in some cases, and which doesn't ban abortion but prohibits the spending of tax dollars to accommodate it.
Our constituents who are largely across the state pro-life don't want their tax dollars being spent for abortion on demand.
While the court tomorrow is unlikely to allow states to again ban abortion, they could use this Missouri case to reinforce the power of states to regulate it. The stage is set. Tomorrow morning, just a few feet behind the crimson curtain, in this small anteroom, the justices will put on their robes and then emerge to announce their ruling. A few years ago, while getting dressed, one of the justices had a change of heart, and the decision in a pending case had to be postponed 1 year. Although unlikely, Sam, it is possible the abortion ruling will also be put off.
Tim, if we get a ruling tomorrow that does modify somewhat what is...
While Roe v. Wade may survive an important constitutional hurdle tomorrow, it may have 3 more serious ones next term.
Now, tomorrow we're also going to have a decision, are we not, on the church versus church and state dispute.
That's correct, Sam. The justices are being asked to decide whether cities may sponsor nativity scenes as part of their celebration of Christmas, and also whether they may erect a giant 20-foot menorah as part of their celebration of Hanukkah. Does it violate separation of church and state? No way around it. It's going to be a big day here.
Thank you very much, Tim O'Brien. ABC News will be standing by at the court tomorrow morning, ready to report immediately on any substantive decision on abortion the court hands down. This court has, of course, already provoked debate and protest with its decisions of recent weeks. Perhaps none more controversial than one which overturned a Texas law against burning the American flag, a decision that President Bush and countless members of Congress want to reverse. More on that from Lark McCarthy at the president's Maine vacation retreat.
At church today in Kennebunkport, President Bush heard a sermon about freedom as the debate continues over the flag and freedom of speech. Mr. Bush wants to amend the Constitution to permit laws banning the physical desecration of the flag. On This Week with David Brinkley, the Attorney General argued that desecration can be defined, even for something like wearing the flag.
It depends how it's worn, where it's worn, under what circumstances, what the intent is.
First Lady Barbara Bush was sporting the flag today on her jacket as the Bushes went voting. President Bush has denied trying to exploit the issue politically, but opponents of a flag amendment disagree.
It's the first amendment ever proposed to change the Bill of Rights, and it's done out of panic, out of political pandering.
Mr. Bush is showcasing the flag issue. Friday's ceremony at the Iwo Jima Memorial was, in effect, a dramatic kickoff drive. There has been no comparable fanfare for proposed amendments to balance the budget and ban abortion, concepts Mr. Bush is also supporting. With the 4th of July approaching, the timing couldn't be better for gaining momentum on the flag-burning issue.